Hey guys, it's Greg at Vanguard Motor Sales. Man, I got one of the coolest vehicles on the planet, man. 1975 Cadillac. This baby's about 20 feet long and beautiful. What's really cool about this thing is it's got just over 4,000 miles. I think right now it's 4,399 miles. She is long, black, and beautiful. Now, we do believe this thing has got a lot of original paint on it. She is gorgeous. I'm sure there's a few touch-up areas on her, but I tell you what, they did a beautiful job on it. She is gorgeous. You can see all this chrome is all original. The bumper guards all looking sweet. Now, of course, they have shrunk up a little bit like they did. There's a little nick in it there. But, you know, overall, for being 1975, I mean, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. And look down the side of this thing. I tell you what, it is long and beautiful, still straight as an arrow. Whitewall tires. Remember these? I used to put these on back in the day to help on the door dings because a lot of cars had great big doors on them. Of course, they probably weren't as big as this one. Look at this thing swing open. And then that red interior, we got the faux wood in here looking good. Now the armrests on these things were one of the first things to go. This armrest is looking beautiful. We got one tiny little crack in it right here. Everything else is original on it. Those door jambs are beautiful, the carpeting's beautiful. The leather seats, I tell you, talk about comfortable. Back seat is gigantic. Headliner's still looking good. It looks like most of the interior lights are still working perfectly. I mean, she is a beauty. That dash is gorgeous also. All that wood grain looking sweet. Just love this car, man. 1975, what's that? Makes me about 13 years old when this thing was built. She is a beauty. Now, when I was a kid, I believe we had a 77 Marquis, which was just about as long as this. It was a two-door also. I spent a lot of my childhood waxing that thing. My dad always had me out waxing on that. Again, the rubber on the back bumper here, just like the front bumper, it's in beautiful shape for the age of it. She is gorgeous. And then the chrome is just phenomenal. All the plastic inserts here, all looking good. Flip this open here, get inside the trunk. Look at that. All kind of room in that trunk. Could sneak all kind of people in a movie theater with this baby or the car show. A lot of times those car shows charge by the head, so you can put mama and the kids in the trunk and drive in and just pay for one. Even the light's still working underneath here. Look down that passenger side. I hope you got some binoculars. It is long. See that front end all the way from the back end. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we don't do any consignment. That means we own this big old Cadillac. So you know we checked it out before we bought it. Now we're gonna put it up on the lift so you can see how clean the bottom side is. Then we're gonna get the hood up. We're gonna take a look under the hood. We're gonna show you everything you need to see so you can make a great decision on this beautiful car. All right, let's take this caddy for a ride. Now, this isn't necessarily the Psycho Billy Cadillac that Johnny Cash was talking about, that he built one piece at a time. But I tell you what, every time I see a big old black Cadillac like this, I think of old Johnny Cash. This is a sweetheart, and I know we've had a few of these cars in the past, and I've told you the story about Grandpa buying Grandma a new one every year, and then when Grandpa died, when I was in high school, I actually drove Grandma. It was the first time I ever drove that car. I was never allowed to drive the Cadillac. I could drive the Combine, but they wouldn't let me drive the Cadillac. So I'll never forget that. I was in high school, so it would have been a couple years. I was still in middle school when this one was built, so it had been probably a 77 or 78, which basically, you know, these cars didn't change a whole lot back then. This thing is a sweetheart, man. The air just kicked on. This actually has a thermostatically controlled air. The Cadillac's did. It's got an aftermarket radio in it, but it looks like it belongs in there. Now the brakes and the steering feel real nice in this thing, and the seats are really comfortable. Very, very cool. Don't forget we can deliver it anywhere. You see how nice everything looks? Speedo's working. And then one thing that really I used to just love when I was a kid, the thermometer on the mirror. That was so cool. I thought that was top notch, baby. Now, you know, all the cars have screens in them and thermometers, and, you know, you got your MapQuest and everything right on the dash, you know, directions, the car talks to you. But I tell you what, this is what I remember, and this is what I think of. Then my dad had a big old Mercury, and I remember that hood just like that. You see the white clouds and the blue sky and the black hood. Tell you what. So like I said earlier, Tom can tell you all about this car and how easy it is to deliver it wherever you live in the world. You just give him a call. Make sure there's nobody coming here. So we're gonna head back to the shop right now, where we're gonna put this baby up in the air so you can check out the bottom side. We do that on every car at Vanguard. And make sure you share this video with your buddies, and also make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can show you all the cool vehicles we get in. We get them in almost every day, so stick with us. All right, we're underneath the Cadillac now, and it is clean as can be under here. She's beautiful. Now, it's been cleaned up, blacked out on the bottom. You can see that it's got some new exhaust back here. The rear end is all stock. It's got the stock gear in it, 275 gear, and it is open. Everything back here is looking sweet. Now, the guys will still take the brakes all apart, make sure they're on all good working order, and make sure they're installed correctly. You can see the new muffler here. You can see the bottom has been coated with what looks like a bed liner material, all cleaned up, looking sweet. Looks like the exhaust has been done from the catalytic converter back. It's got the original Y pipe on it. They tell me that that thing is pretty custom. That's why they left that there. It's got the Turbo 400 trans. We do believe that's the original trans for the car also. Everything up here is all nice and clean. Again, they'll check out the front brakes, make sure everything's in good working order, make sure they check out the steering. But again, car's got just over 4,000 miles on it, or just under 4,000 miles if I remember correctly. I'm just, you know, it's amazing, man, that anybody saves a beautiful car like this for all these years. Now you can see the Whitewall tires and the good looking hubcaps. Back in the day, this was it, man. My dad had me cleaning these white walls with the Brillo pad. You remember those days? We got, these are 7815s. As you look down the side there, that's all original right there. That's just like it came out of the factory, looking sweet. All that stainless is nice and shiny. The frame's in great shape. She is a beauty. Then of course out back here, you've got the fender skirts. You've got the little handle right here that you pull down. That little handle holds it in. Then there's a couple little brackets, either front and back. There's a couple slots that they fit in. Same size tire out back here, same good looking hubcap. Well, let's lower this baby down and look at that 500 cubic inch motor under the hood. All right, under the hood here, we got the 500 cubic inch V8 that came in this thing stock. Of course, it's got power brakes, power steering, HEI distributor. We checked out the carburetor too. It looks like it's got the original carburetor on it. The firewall's all looking sweet. The whole evaporator box over there for the air conditioning is all clean, looking sweet. The inner wheelhouse is looking good. The fiberglass on the bottom of the hood even looks like it's original. I mean, she's a beauty, guys. She's a 1975 Cadillac, one of the longest two-door cars on the planet. So give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your drive.